Hi, welcome to Yoga 1. Let's start on our back. So remove any props off to the side. Just lay down onto your back, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the pelvis, relaxing the feet. Bring the soles of the feet together. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And just take a few deep breaths here, breathing in, expanding, breathing out, contracting, breathing in and expand, and breathe out, contract. Do that 2 more times on your own. Deep breath in and out. In and out. If your legs are not comfortable in Baddha Konasana, plant the soles of your feet and do the same breathing. After that little breathing warm up, go ahead and hug your knees in, roll around on your low back. So rolling to start, just side to side. And then rock and roll a little bit forward and back, up and back. And you can experiment here with taking your legs wide as you roll forward and back, or having them close in and together. I like to think of this as part of my play practice, so you can come up and make new shapes when you come up, balancing. Use your core, use your pelvic floor, lift up through your chest, maybe do a few bicycles here, a little bit of movement, just really organic movement, and then hug the knees in and roll back. Then coming into happy baby pose, so just rocking a bit side to side, lengthen the legs, bend and extend. So this warm-up time is really a nice time for you to kind of check in with your body, maybe bringing the soles of the feet together, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. And then I like to move right into some nice deep breath and movement stretches. So left leg nice and long, foot flexed, lift up through the chest, breathe, slight bend in the knee, and then switch. Breathing in and out, just warming up the body, not too intense. If you need to keep your head, neck, and shoulders down and just bring that extended leg towards you, you can do that too. Lots of options. Let's do it one more time. Lift up, breathe, stretch through the toes, feel the toes alive and activate, and then switch again. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Nice. And then hug those knees in and go ahead and roll on up to seated. So for seated, just sitting up nice and tall, and then move through a few big, delicious, yummy circles. Just feel how that feels in your low back and your hips, going one way and then the other. And then moving into your side bend, so one hand down, the other lifts up, and then experiment with your head, neck, and shoulders here. Do you want to keep your gaze lifted, or do you want to lower your gaze as you stretch over? Breathe right into the side waist, and then switch. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, bend. And one more time. You'll notice throughout, I integrate a variety of breathing where sometimes I exhale through the mouth, releasing tension, and sometimes I exhale through the nose, nice and soft. I'm not sure if you can hear that subtlety on the video. Interlace your hands, press your palms away, lift them up, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then go ahead and start to walk yourself forward here. Nice, gentle hip stretch. Keep scooting your sitting bones back. Drop your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe come onto spider fingers, walking yourself out. And just taking a few deep breaths. And then walking yourself back up to center. Whatever we do on one side, we always have to do on the other. So switch the cross of your legs. Notice here that my ankle and heel are aligned. So I'm in a wider seat and I'm not crossing my legs up over my lap. That's a different pose, a different series. So if you struggle with, if this is not appropriate for your body, having your heel and ankle, you're welcome to just extend your legs out and do the series. Okay, you're welcome to bring the soles of your feet together and do the series. And you can also experiment with having one leg on top and see how that feels. So lots of variety. In this series, we're not really focusing on the lower part of the body. It's all about getting a little bit of movement and stretch and energy into the torso, into the hips, into the belly, into the low back. So your legs are not an essential part of this series. So remember, we're doing circling one way, circling the other, and then lengthening. And second time. Good. And then palms out and they lift. Fill the chest with breath. And then exhale. Start to fold yourself forward here. Walking yourself out, really snuggling and scooting your hips back and down. For the next stretch, I'm going to just turn to my side so you can see my hands properly, but what you're going to do is interlace your hands and lift up from your chest. Be mindful not to yank your arms down and really pull on the elbow joint. Instead, bend your elbows slightly, lift up through your chest. And then take your hands back behind you, plant your feet, and let's just lift and lower. Press your feet down, feel them connect as you lift and lower. And another option with your head is you can keep your chin tucked as you lift and lower. I just had lunch, so this feels heavy to lift. Good, and lower. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and come onto all fours. So pressing your hands down, inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Notice I'm tucking my toes under too, activating the energy lines in my feet. Lift and round, round, round. Exhale that air out. Full body breathing, equal space between my fingers, slight bend in the elbows. 2 more like that, breathing in and out. And in and out. And then here, slide your knees back slightly. If you need the support of a blanket under your knees because it's feeling uncomfortable, go ahead and grab your blanket. And then here, inhale your hips forward, exhale your hips back. So breathing in, moving forward, and back. And forward, and back. 2 more, and back. And then maybe, like my body naturally at this point is kind of craving a little bit of circling, especially through the hips. I'm still drawing my belly in towards my spine. I'm just getting that really delicious little organic movement into my hips and my back. And then I'm wanting to slow it down, come back into child's pose. Rest your head down, bring your palms up. If child's pose is not comfortable for you, come into puppy pose. Just extend your hips over your knees, walk your hands out, drop your head. Breathe deeply into the back body for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back up. One more here on all fours. Lift and lower. And we're just going to alternate here. Lift and lower. This is where usually I add a little set of weights in when I do my home practice, a little set of 2 or 3 pounds. I just bring those weights and lift them as I lift up and lower. Good. And then let's extend one arm, one leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale and then exhale. Another place where I just add some little weights in. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and out. And last one. Good. And lift up and back, downward facing dog. So take your hands wide, take your feet wide, giving yourself a lot of space here just to enjoy this first dog of the day. Inhaling up into the tiptoes. Exhale, press the heels back and down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Just take any movements here that might feel good in your body. So that might be bending one knee and then the other. Keep belly lifting in and up. Keep pressing down with the hands. Gaze through your legs. Good. And then slowly just take your hands back towards your feet and your feet towards your hands. And you're relaxed and folded over in ragdoll here. Let your hands be heavy. If your hands don't reach the floor, go ahead and take opposite elbows. You can place your hands on your shins or onto blocks if you have them. Press down through your feet to come all the way up to standing. And exhale all the way back down. Good. Walking your hands back out. Walk your feet out. Come into your plank pose. Hold for 5. Belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 3 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. In and out. And then let's get into the legs a little bit here as we close out our little simple little practice. So bringing one foot forward, lift, and then drawing it back. So this takes a lot of core strength. Take your time, go slow. So lift your leg, drop your back knee, and come back. So this is great for the hip flexor, for the hip. You might even add a little twist in. Take your time and really breathe into it. You may need to take a few steps, and that would just look like this. When you're coming forward, just step your foot up, and then up, and then up, and then drop your back knee, and then come up, okay? Good. So just doing a few more of those, and then settling back into your child's pose. Drop your head. You can take the bind here, holding your heels. Feeling the breath fill up the back lungs, fill up the back body, expand through the back. Good. And then coming back to center. Let's just come to seated as we close out this simple practice. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then breathe it all out. So it'll be inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. One more round, breathing in. Drop the chin. I just realized mine was very lifted. Drop the chin. In, and out. Just close your eyes. Sit quietly for a breath or two. Pay attention. Notice the feelings, the sensations that arise. Even with that short practice and just having had lunch, my body feels more alive, I feel more connected to who I am, to who I want to be. Namaste.